Okay, Attorney Steve Vondran, we're back. There was big news recently out of the Trademark Trial and Appeal Boards talking about the Washington Redskins and their trademarks. And the big question now everybody wants to know is, can I sell trademarks of the Washington Redskins? Can I now sell the Redskin logo? Can I sell their products? Can I use their name? Is it free game? Attorney Steve Vondran here. Let's talk about it. The answer basically is no. You should not go out and start selling their gear. This was a really interesting case. This was brought by Amanda Blackhorse and 4 others, a total of 5 Native American Indians who felt the name Redskins, and also 5 other trademarks, Redskinettes being another one. This is the logo for the cheerleaders, the trademark for the cheerleaders of the Washington Redskins. And they brought a petition to cancel the trademarks of the Washington Redskins, being basically offensive, derogatory, immoral, scandalous, those kinds of things. And basically, this is a follow-up to a case that was brought earlier in 1992. And so this section is brought under Section 15 U.S.C. 1052 Section A. And I'm going to read that for you in case you're wondering what the law is. The law basically says, this is the United States trademark law we're talking about, basically refuses to register certain marks, especially if A, it consists of or comprises immoral, deceptive, or scandalous matter, or matter which may disparage or falsely suggests a connection with persons living or dead, institutions, beliefs, or national symbols, or bring them into contempt or disrepute, or a geological indication which blah, 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 has other things, okay? But that's the basic language: immoral, deceptive, scandalous, which may disparage or falsely suggest a connection with persons living or dead, so forth and so on. So that's what is at issue. And if a mark fits into that category, then it should not be registered on the trademark registry. So that's what the case was brought about. They brought this case years ago, as I mentioned, in 92. It was brought by, I believe, a couple different plaintiffs, and then some new plaintiffs in this case. But the court looked at a lot of evidence. They looked at expert witness testimony, deposition testimony, surveys, studies, dictionary definitions, a resolution from the National Congress of Native Americans. They looked at all the evidence and concluded that this was offensive. Now, not to everyone. Obviously, there's a bunch of people that love the Washington Redskins and probably think highly and fondly of the brand. People buy their gear. But what the court said is any cancellation of a registration should be granted only with due caution and after a most careful study of all the facts. So the court did take a detailed look at all the facts here. They considered the word redskin to be historically, and looking back through its origins and during the relevant time period, considered the mark to be derogatory, offensive, and basically not subject to registration. In other words, the trademark should be canceled. So a lot of people think, well, wow, so I can go out, it's against the law, I can go out and use the mark. No, that's not what it means. The trademark registration basically gives you certain protective rights, some things that are important to businesses, like stopping infringing goods and things like that. But it doesn't mean that there's no rights. It doesn't mean that the Washington Redskins name has no rights. They also have what's called use-based rights, and that's what we call common law rights, common law trademark rights. So the Redskins are still going to have that protection. So I would not run off and start counterfeiting their goods or making their goods or shipping their goods or doing all these things, because you'll still probably get what we call the love letter saying cease and desist, stop, or you're going to find yourself in a federal lawsuit. So that's the big news lately out of the IP world. This is Attorney Steve Vondran. You can hear more information about us at vondranlaw.com, and we look forward to working with you. And watch your trademarks out there, people. We'll talk to you later.